What up, YouTube? It's the Night Saint here back with another video. And this video is gonna be about becoming a better person. That's one thing I always wanted to do, be a better person. Of course, I wasn't like no villain or like no just demonic ass nigga. You know, just people just be causing chaos on the streets or just even anywhere. I was just never like that type of person. I was just a harmless, what they be calling a wallflower in school. But just because I was a wallflower don't mean I was like a very helpful individual. Let's say that. I always was a very harmless, and now harmless, I'm not saying that in a good way, like a virtual, like, oh, he's harmless, but it's like I was just very much like I could damn near NPC character. I'm just there, just be there, you know, really just, you know, trying to get by. Mind my business. Like I said, I ain't trying to mess with nobody. Like I said, leave me alone. I don't leave y'all alone. I was just like that a lot of my life. Even in school, I was just minding my business. Didn't really start nothing. Like I said, hey, I got bullied. I was like the regular. I believe I was the bottom of the totem pole, if I'm being honest. That's just my opinion. And that's how I was. Like I said, I grew up very odd because of that. So, or just period. I grew up odd, period. But, yeah, becoming a better person. I think that a lot of the problem with the world is like people, I think the world operates off like, of course, I think I'm going to do a video on this before. It was like about how the 7 deadly sins are like people. And I think a lot of people operate out of that. I think that a lot of people don't ever actually want to be better people. They just want to just, you know, of course, survive. And of course, I understand that's just because of how people live on. Like, in terms of, let's take the spiritual for like 2 seconds. Like how people say like, it's 7 chakras, all of them accord to certain motivations, ideas, and perceptions and emotions, right? Like, let's say people that like live out their heart chakra, they very just giving people, they're very helpful, they're very loving of individuals. And let's say people that live out their throat chakra, they're very talkative, or not even talkative, they're very informative. Let's say that they're very informative. They like to teach. They very have a lot of wisdom in them. They want to speak to you. And of course, I think all those chakras have some wisdom to it. But I just think that more of people in the world now, people live on planes of like existence through the chakras. Like, let's say people that like really like live inside their root chakra, they just always constantly trying to survive. They don't really care about anything. They're very aggressive. Like, they are very self-centered in the sense where safety, survival, and support is like the thing that they like are like literally like going after. Like that's what they find is important above all else. And I mean, that stuff is important, but some people start to overindulge and start to you know, compensate for that type of stuff. So they live out of that energy space in a way. I think that's just something I think about. But let's say me, for instance, I was never really a hurtful person. I was just very much like a background person. I always wanted to help people. I always wanted to just do better with my life, and that just became because like I grew up in a very like poverty-ridden area. Like I said, growing up fucked up like that, just growing up poor is like I had the stuff in me that turned people into drug dealers, but I had to turn or just converts, just people just going in the streets. I was about to say I wasn't raised to. I was stuck in the house. So luckily, my ambition that happened that I gained from somewhere. I don't know where I got no ambitions from. I ain't got no ambitious family members, but like I said, some reason, somehow, some way, karma or just my little. Well, karma probably led me down here to be this ambitious, but that was never really my thing, right? I was always just I was the cool kid, not cool kid, but I'm saying I was like the relaxed. I was the shot kid, just minding my business. I stayed in the house all day. Like I said, I didn't start the really gangster man business until I got to high school, but also luckily I was in the house, so like I wasn't out in the streets running and shit. Like that's what I mean. Like I was given a lot of ambition that. Cause I was poor, and like also like if I was like in the hood for real, I would have really tried to sell drugs or something. That's what I honestly believe. But and I know somebody looked over me for that because like I said, I don't think I want to be able to. I don't think that's I wouldn't want that burden on top of me to have to be in the streets and just selling drugs and just all this type of stuff I really don't know nothing about. But I would hate for that my life to have turned out that way. And I hate for anybody like that ever turn out that way. Because the thing about it is nobody wants to do that type of stuff. And of course, in our music, that's how people think. And of course, that's how a lot of people survive, and it's understandable, but this is a very dangerous lifestyle. But I always wanted to be a better person. I always wanted to be a good person. I always wanted to be a helpful person. I always wanted to take my family and help my family get out of poverty. And that was always my goals and my plans. Like I had that plan since I've been a kid. I'm talking about a kid. I'm talking about a kid. You know how they say like in the videos, like when you start, like when you like wake, when you born and then you start gaining consciousness. It's like that's one of my earliest thoughts of like gaining consciousness as a kid. Was that I was trying to like just help my family out, cause clearly I saw we was in a fucked up position. So all I really want to do is get some money. That's why I started working so early. And I know I'm just talking, but all this is to tie in like just wanting to become better and just become a better person. Like that's always been like my goal. I just want to be a better person. I want to be a better brother. I know I want to be a better boyfriend. I want to be a better, student. I want to be a better teacher. I want to be a better leader. I want to be a better man. And I'm about to say that's always just been something that I hold dear to my heart, is that I just want to be better. It's like some people wake up and they just don't want to be, they don't want to do nothing with their life. Some people just want to wake up and just lounge about every day, and they had literally zero motivation to do anything. And a bit of it is understandable, because a lot of it got to just deal with just how you were raised and a lot of negative emotions. For a lot of my life, I didn't want to do anything. I was just very, not that I didn't want to do anything, but I was very half-assed with things I wanted to do. And that's just because I had no support around me for real. So I think that when I started to really turn up and really start to really like just say F everything and just really, started going after my ambition, that's when I started to really understand, have more compassion for unmotivated people. Because I once was like that. Of course I had goals, of course, but I was just very unmotivated to go for my goals. Because I was just always half-assed and just mediocre, and just, if I don't do it, I don't do it. But I was very complacent at times. But like I said, that's one thing I can't give myself, is even though I was young, I was always looking ahead to see my future. But at times I would be very hard on myself. I was very rough with myself. And that's just because I didn't have nobody being rough with me at home and just telling me like this is what you need to do. So I was extra hard on myself just to move forward with my life. And like I said, it was needed. It's needed to where I got now. It's needed to where I am at now, and where I am going is that I'm gonna need somebody to be tough, because I don't have no super big support system. But like I said, people got lives and shit going on. But my bad, I be going on a tangent just talking. But just being a better person was always my little thing. Is that I just want to be able to express myself and really allow myself to do as much as I can with the tools that I have. Like eventually I want to like start like a boys group, like in Detroit, like to help young black men and stuff like that. Because like I said, I grew up as a young black man. I just want to, and I see a lot of them don't have any guidance, and I just want to help them. That's genuinely like one of my main life goals. Like I really want to get to that point where I'm mature enough. Of course I'm a kid now and I still got some aging to do, but when I get older and I get some bread, yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it in 2 seconds. I'm on it quick as hell. Because that was part of my mission. Like that's what mission I feel like I have, is like that was my mission to be here. Like I said, I think Tupac said that he's like the universe. He didn't say the universe. He said God like curses people. Like he like curses people to see what the world could truly be. And it's like that's why a lot of people be so like, that's why there's a lot of like rebellious spirits. Is like the rebellious spirits can like see what the world is supposed to be like, and like really see it and feel it and long for it. But they see that the world is not like that, so they rebel, and they just really be fighting just because the world is not the way it's supposed to be, and it's so corrupted and it's so evil and it's fucked up. But that's just the way shit is. But yeah, all I want to do really in my life is just be a better person. And it's sad to see like a lot of people don't think like that. People just want to take and just be negative, and they just want to survive. And like I said, and it's understandable. Like I said, I'm not sitting there speaking from a standpoint like I'm above them, but it's just like a lot of the problems that's wrong with the world is that because everybody is so self-absorbed that they can't look around and see like what's going on for everybody else. And everybody's so absorbed in their own problems and their own trauma, and they can't take 2 steps to really just get up and like look around and really start to understand other people. So yeah, that's the video. If y'all like it, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.